Hello and welcome, you amazing person. I am Rob, the Manic Gaming Guy, and this is my show voice. Today we're going to be playing some automation and BeamNG. One for building a car and one for testing it and going nuts. I've actually built my own little custom UK themed map in BeamNG, and that's where we'll be testing the cars. Today's series is following along the wangan. Really learn how to say that place. Wangan Midnight Club. You know the ones. You got the 911. You got the Devil Z. You got the Skylines. You got the Civic. You got the Ferrari Tesserata thingamabob. There's lots of banging cars, basically spinning their wheels on the highway, going. Wah! So we are making some of those. We've done the Devil Z, and we've done, what was the last one? The Supra. We did the Supra last, and this one is this guy, the beautiful 911 BlackBird. Beep. I can't remember the guy who drives it. He's a doctor, and he has a lot of money, and he's constantly just going, spending it on his car, and he loves it. His nighttime job is driving the car. Daytime job is saving lives. Boy, what a lifestyle. Anyway, that's my microwave, apparently. It's not, it's my phone pinging at me. Anyway, so we're going to be going into automation now and taking a look at this marvelous car and some of the stats and facts about it. And then we're going to be jumping over to BeamNG, like I've said this about 100 times. But yeah, we're jumping over to BeamNG for a drive. I'm rambling on now, so let's just get on with the video, shall we? Please like and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff. I'll see you halfway through the video. Okay then, we're now in automation. We're going to be taking a deep dive into the 911. So first of all, let's have a look at the beautiful body that we managed to find. It is this 1972 coupe, slant nose 1972 coupe. Yes, it is slanted nose. Didn't even realize that. That probably wouldn't be something to pay attention to. But it works. It's a 2.23 meter, which was near enough to the right shape. The age is completely wrong. I think this needs to be like 1990s. I think it was 1987, something like that. Really later on. But this is the body we found, and this is the body we went for. I try and keep the car too true as possible. This is just a bug automation's doing at the moment, I'm afraid. Yeah, ignore that. Looks cool though, doesn't it? This is the body, and I do try and keep it relatively close to the TV series as possible. And sometimes we use our imagination and go a bit more crazy. It is what it is. We just like to make fun looking cars that drive like chaotic animals that they are. For the panel material of this one, we went for partial carbonate fibers. So look, yeah, we've got the bonnet done and the bumpers. So that's pretty cool they've done that. They should have like a percentage of how much can go carbonate fiber. Like then you get the doors, then you get the ceiling. Yeah, that would be a really good cool thing to add. Chassis type is semi-space frame. The chassis material is aluminium. The engine placement is in the 911 in the rear of the engine. There it is, sat there, that beautiful box there. The intercooler should be where the boot is, not the intercooler. Well, intercooler radiator, whatever you want to say is put there. I imagine it is the radiator that's put there, because they're originally air cooled though, aren't they? Maybe it is the intercooler that goes in that thing. Interesting. Double wishbone on the front and push rod on the back. I had put push rod on the back because it wouldn't fit the engine in if I put anything else in. I did try and keep the engine stats as close as possible to the original Boxer 6 engine. Apart from maybe some other details, but we'll leave that out because they're quite hard to find. The block material, I did, for once I didn't click on magnesium. We actually went for aluminium billet. So yeah, that's something changed for once. It is a 3.6 litre. It did have 104 and 76 stroke. Did I get them right round? I did. That is the actual stroke of the original 911 that we have copied here today. Dual overhead cam, 4 valves, aluminium head material. Some of that might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's dual overhead cam. Probably wrong with head material, but yeah, definitely wrong with head material. We are pushing 913 brake horsepower. We didn't notice 10,000 revs, and I think it's got a little bit more in it But it's crazy enough as it is, considering it's a rear engine car. You can imagine how dangerous this thing is on the road. But yeah, a lot of power, a lot of speed, and a lot of holding your squirrel's favorite food and hoping for the best. The crank is a bullet steel heavy, the crown rods are titanium, the pistons are forged light. Remember this guy in the film, TV series, comic book, he was a doctor, he had a lot of money and he just kept putting money into this thing, so it's very good odds and chance that it is 15 quality and 15 expense and everything is just maxed out quality awesomeness. If we now look over to our flow graftness, we can actually change the compression a bit on there, but actually, no, it's probably perfect. I do see a bit of yellow still. That's perfect. Airflow looking good. The stress on the engine is looking good enough. Yeah, there's more airflow for you. So that's good. Turbo, we've got one turbo on there. Smart boost. It's a 92. It's a big boy. It's a big one. So we have a look. Look at that face. It's huge. What the hell? That little intake thing there. Definitely wish you can like 3D model the engines a bit, get them looking better in the engines. And it'd be nice if we can have like panel pop, so we can open the bonnets and stuff when we get in BeamNG, but maybe one in the future. Fuel systems, direct injection. It probably should be like carburetor back in the day. I don't know, would it have been on a Boxer 6 engine? Possibly. But for this one, he's got lots of money, so it probably would have been a direct injection per cylinder, and it would have been a race intake manifold. And yeah, 100 RON, would it be ethanol? I don't know. It's a hard one to choose. We've got to think this is late 80s, early 90s. Did they have ethanol quite easy at hand? Could they have just made their own? Possibly. Headers, tubular race, header size, not really important. Bypass valve, 146 exhaust, we do like that one, and we also like to hear that it's 100 throttle response, 100 or more is always what I go for. Straight through exhaust, and we do have a catalytic converter on it. And yeah, so that's the engine part of the tour over. Now let's jump over to the actual car. So we have a little spin now. You guys can see the detailing up front and personal with some better graphics than in the BeamNG, because that's got a lot more to think about than just a car sat in the garage. I do like the dash. I don't know what I did there, but it looks cool to have like some kind of weird marble dash effect. Makes it look more spanky and posh. Did try and make it look very slick and tidy. The door panels have been done. We have a little click out there. We did some paneling. So yeah, when you guys get to download this one, at least it's going to look pretty damn cool on the inside. Actually, I'm pretty chuffed with that one. Came out really well. Only thing about this car is the headlights. They were hard to do. So I do apologise. The headlights are what they are, I'm afraid. Everything else though is pretty cool and spot on looking. Very happy with it. I hope you guys are too. All the body quality and all that sort of stuff is 15, just to let you know. The paint on this one is black, as we all well know in the series. It was a black 911, the BlackBird. Detailing wise, we do have a lot of downforce stuff being applied, because this car was heavily planted to the ground, but it was so hard to tune this one, you would not believe, because it is rear-wheel drive, manual, 5-speed, rear-engined rear drives. There's a lot of weight pendulating around at the back, but there's a lot of acceleration when you put the wheels down. But then you get like a lift at the front, and then that just kind of makes your steering go really wobbly. But then like as soon as you turn and bring your foot down, it's planted, and it's mental. Wait till you drive it. That's all I can say. 300 miles an hour top speed. We go to more stats for you. This sort of gearing, quite nice spaced gearing. It's good enough. You do get through them quite quick. 2.8 seconds at 62 miles per hour. It's mental. Clutch race LSD, of course, because you're tripping to be riding this car, I tell you. Radial tyres, sports compound. I've gone for sports compound on all of these Midnight Club cars. That's because I think semi-slicks for the time is too grippy. You just wouldn't have that much grip back in those days. Just sports compound is even that's probably too grippy. I wouldn't be shocked. 210 and 2535 on the back. And then this one, if you look at the wheels, so we've actually got smaller wheels at the back and bigger wheels at the front to help with the grip. You see that? This wheel is smaller, as in like height wise, to this wheel, but this wheel is wider in comparison to this wheel, as you see in the stats. Yeah, wider. This one's wider than this one, but this one is shorter than this one. So yeah, that gave me a bit more extra grip in the corners that was needed. We are getting 1.5 Gs in a 20-meter circle, which is not something to be shaking a stick at. Anything over 1.3 tends to be a nice number to be at, but more on that when we get to it. Brakes, we put ceramic on, carbon. Probably shouldn't have done. Vented disc is probably more for the period, but this car, imagine like this car is now in the noughties. It's the Legends from the 90s, but he's spent a lot more money on it, and he's got a bit more up techniques to put in the car. You know, a bit more mods, a bit more tech stuff. But ceramic, 2 on the front, 1 on the back piston wise. Size 300 mils. Yeah, they've got the ratio quite even to the dots, as we like to do. Downforce. It's a tricky one because of the car's tendency to want to spin out. Is where do you put it? It has to be quite heavily more on the rear than the front, or otherwise you are to spin around lots. But then when you're booting it, you lose a lot of traction on the front because it just pushes down so much in the rear. I don't know, maybe it should be 50-50. I need to experiment with that, but you're going to get the car as it is now and then hope for the best. It's got race diffuser on it, by the way. It's not active aero. Cooler flaps are on. That degrees give me this number. 153 Gs in the corner. Isn't huge, but it's enough. And we've got nice drivability and sportiness almost matching there. Interior is just 2 seats. It's race and luxury. Couldn't really do any better than that. Electric steering. Originally, this one probably was rack and pin, but I'll go for electric on this one. Probably shouldn't have ESC on it. It probably should just be traction. I thought I did leave that on there, but meh, it is what it is, I'm afraid. Quality. I didn't change the quality on here. That should have been changed. That's silly of me. Safety is standard. Left that as it is. Optimized weight, of course. Weight distribution is been thrown forward as much as possible. Get that engine right close over those wheels. Springs, active. Dampers are semi-active. Sway bar is passive. I dialed in these settings myself about 500 times because this car has been a nightmare. I made this car about 4 cars ago. No, maybe not that many. About 2 or 3 cars ago. And it's just not been easy to get the footage I needed to be able to make a video for you guys because it was death trap. But it's not too bad now. So when you get to play in it, hopefully you guys will have a good giggle. Anything else I missed? 3.7 degrees roll, probably about right for the period. But I try now keep these circles all in this little black clear bit. If you get any of these 2 in any of those areas, it's just not nice. So yeah, try and get this yellow line as straight as possible and keep it inside that little slice, and your cars will be okay. If it's front wheel drive, all wheel drive, go nuts. Put it wherever you want, as in like the drivability. But if it's rear drive, rear engines, or anything misbalanced from 50-50 and the rear's weights at the end, back end, make sure your drivability is sitting in the slice. Unless you're like a mad pro that knows what he's doing, you know, I recommend sticking to that. Performance, like I say, got 2.8 seconds to 62 miles per hour. And then to carry on the other bit, the other distance, from 80 to 120 kilometers, it's going to be 1.2 seconds. To do a quarter mile, it's under 10 seconds flat, so that's fast. It does a quarter mile in under 10 seconds. Yeah, that's losing most people out of traffic lights. That is mental. Yeah, fun stats. Design, 10,000. Weight, 44 in the front, 56 in the rear. So not too far off, really, if you think about it weight distribution-wise. It weighs 901 kilograms. That is stupid light. Like stupid light. And we can even make this car lighter. That's what's insane. Sportiness, 117. That's good sportiness. Some reason, some tuning, better tuning. It's not very good in a straight line, so we need to do some better tuning. and improve the grip. This means dialing all this stuff a bit better. I need to get that red little dot closer to the red without that one going in the red. Very hard, but that's what needs to happen to have the perfect tuning and all that sort of graviness. Description is blank. Wangan Midnight Club 911 BlackBird. I should maybe find a description on the internet and just copy and paste and give them credit. Around the track, I don't think, have I sent it around? I might have sent it around. Actually, I think it's a good time. I think we are looking for a good time here. 147. Yeah, that's a quick time. That's good. 147 around the test track. Still yet to hit the 130. We'll get there soon. I wouldn't mind making... Is it a Ferrari he drives around? Is it a Lamborghini? What is that supercar that drives around in the film? Yeah, I wouldn't mind making that soon. But we already have got a few other cars lined up, so that's very nice. So now we click on this. We're not getting too many warnings, which is nice to see. No one wants to buy the car, but that's okay. It's a privately owned car, and you'll be not want to drive this car. Look how sporty and amazing it is. So yeah, we would like to now take a picture of this car. Actually, I'm going to do that in BeamNG because it's nice having the prettier thumbnails. And I'm going to now slap myself in the face and call me Larry.
And we're at the halfway point now. Well, I say halfway point. It's not. It's more like the 2/3 way point, but it's the halfway point between the two videos sections. You know what we mean. Anyway, I hope you liked the automation bit and the detailing we did on the 911. Sorry for the headlights, but I couldn't work it out. I'm afraid I just couldn't work it out. I will try and fix it. I'll also try and fix the steering because this thing is nuts. Having the rear engine behind the wheels of the back wheels, it just makes like the tuning and automation really hard. I do all right in this little video clip that is coming up. It's pretty hectic. We've got some traffic on the motorways when we're bombing around, and we do reach, I think, 260 miles an hour top speed, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I let my friend drive it, and he was having trouble. He was all over the road, so I definitely need to do something a bit better to the handling before I put it on the repository. But for now, enjoy the video. Oh, like and subscribe if you like what you see. Don't forget to say that, because people don't hit the like button if you don't say that. If you don't say it, I don't hit the like button. So yeah, just a little video for you there in BeamNG, so you can see the car bombing it through the roads. As you notice, the highway has got a little bit more detail on it. It's coming along very nicely. I'm looking forward to releasing this map when it gets to that point. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the 911. Like I said, I'm going to hold it off, put it on the repository until I've managed to somehow sort the steering out. I think we got what we got coming up. We got an Evo coming up. We got Skylines, plural Skylines coming up. We got a Ferrari coming up. We got the Lamborghini coming up. And also, side note from the series, we might do the odd little video that's not in the series. I believe I've got a cool muscle car that needs to be put on there. And maybe we'll take some of the Toge cars and see if they're any good on the motorway and put them on there. And then after all we've done all that, and after we've got all the wagon cars up, we're going to do some short films on the motorway thing. Just try and replicate what they did back then. I probably won't have any traffic on there, unfortunately, because my computer cannot handle having traffic and about 4 or 5 cars just bombing it through, you know, traffic. It just can't do it, I'm afraid. When I get the new PC, quality will go up. You know, we'll have 4K videos and we'll have lots of traffic and lots more short films and better editing. I do the editing on my PC. It's potato and just waiting 30 seconds each time you push the click button because you're trying to slice a clip. It's painful. So you don't get the best editing, I'm afraid. But in the future, the channel's only going to go a bit better. Put it that way. The quality, the videos, and the whatever going on, and the games. We've got more games to play, so we'll get better. We'll get there. And when it's a full-time job rather than being a painter decorator, hence the paint on my hands, we'll have even better content. Maybe we'll do some other channels as well. Get some real-life stuff going. I'm always busy, me. Always busy and inventing. So anyway, thanks very much for watching the video. Sorry I've been rambling on now a bit much here, but I love talking to you guys. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. If you liked what you see, feel free to hit that like button, maybe subscribe for the next video. And I will be very happy. That's what I'll be. Keep it real, stay safe, and share the love. Till the next one.